The next one I want to talk about is, well, we talk about the source of meaning. Yeah? How to do it? Source of meaning. Now that is, you have foundation now you have building blocks. Okay? Last week we talked about how do you build a life with substance? You know, not straw or mud, and solid building block. So the eighth thing you have to do, right? The eighth thing you have to do, you have to have positive emotions, right? You can give each other positive stroke. Right? You give each other a hug, a kiss, or a kind word. Say a kind word to each other. When you give out positive vibes to other people, it comes back to you, right? If you give negative vibes to other people, it comes back negative to you.
That's true.
Right? If you keep criticizing each other, you are contributing to building a happy marriage, a happy life. So everything is false, right? I demand somebody on my case all the time. You know, the only time we argue with me is when she criticizes me, right?
So that's the secret to all those years.
When she criticized me, so I said, well, can you leave me alone, right? You know, she was, oh, she's very proper. She said, I'm free and easy, you know. She called me Sam say, you know. Sam say, I'm a little crazy, I'm a little crazy. Sam say, 不三不四，哦，我小五了，我怎么 five is fine. So the only argument we had, she when she criticized me, okay? Now, the only time, you know, I say, well, but now she cut down a lot. Before she would correct me, you know. When you walk, you don't put your hand in your pocket. I said, come on, give me a break, you know. You know, what's wrong with that, you know? The winter time, right? And she would say, no, don't point. The store is there.
How do you explain what's happening? Somebody is waiting at the Finch and Young subway station, so John's going to pick her up. And what did you talk about?
So
talking about the 46.
You see, we shape each other.
But anyway, so now she learned, you know, just, oh, well, she's not perfect, you know, like, let him be, you know, he's a bit stupid, a bit foolish. It doesn't correct me, making me a gentleman. I'm not a gentleman, right? I'm just myself, right? She can ship me to a proper gentleman, but she failed, right? So I can criticize her for free association. Like when I say things like man, right? She will, whatever took her mind, she will digress, okay? And can she be rational like me, like be on target, right? Rather free associate, right? So she got married to me too, right? So I said, okay, when you free associate, okay?
That's called multitasking.
Exactly.
She has skills, right? Okay. But anyway, see,
Women are very good at that.
yeah, I know, but drive me crazy, drive me crazy.
That's only because you wish you had that. You don't have that.
So tiring. There's so many things we have to do.
But anyway, so the idea is that we have to say, well, I'm not perfect, she's not perfect, that we are still together because we accept each other's imperfection. See what I mean? Right? That's the idea, right? Take the positive with the negative. But if we try to remake your mate to your image, you're going to mess up your marriage.
Yes. Because it'd be like living with yourself.
You'll be constantly trying to
Boring.
criticizing or remake, criticizing her shape. You can't. What you marry her in the first place, you know what she's like, right? Or what you marry him in the first place, you notice he's not perfect, right? So, now, the next thing we talk about is, okay, what are we talking about? Oh, positive emotions. I and then the other thing is what? The other seven elements, do you remember? The other seven elements. The first one is positive emotion. The other seven, do you remember? Achievement. You have to achieve something because you can. Relationship. Right? Relationship. You have to relate to other people. Intimacy. You have someone that's very close to you, right? And then acceptance. You accept your own limitations, the environment, in yourself. Fifth, you know what it is? Religion and spirituality. Six, self-transcendent means altruism, means helping other people. And then the last one is fairness, justice, right? You want to be treated fairly. You don't want people to wrong you. You know, like as a kid, I was hurt most when my mother wronged me, or scolded me for no reason, or when my wife scolded me for no reason. so that is, you know, I react very strongly because I want to be treated fairly. You are forced to accuse me, that is work for me. Okay? Other people doesn't care, right? But for me, you force to accuse me, you call me a liar, or you know, that I react strongly. So these are the building blocks. So if you have all the building blocks in place, then you have a pretty solid house.